Hey everybody, it's Chance here with yet another episode of Pathologic. Last time we beat day four. We finished day four, um, in which kinda our main takeaways were that we needed to find out where Ruben was, because he wanted to talk to us about some stuff. There was some hint about the barbers and all of that stuff, but wasn't really the focus. Um, it is the day right before we get captured. Um, so it kind of puts an interesting spin on the events of the Bachelor route, where the Bachelor kills all the barbers. Um, and all of that. And then, on day five sets Artemi free. I'm. We break ourselves out of prison, but it's also. I don't know how I'm supposed to read these events to be completely fair with you. Um, I don't know how much of an unreliable narrator Artemi is, comparatively. Um, because it's like with Dankovsky, I don't know. I I really can't help but think that all three of our healers are unreliable narrators to some extent. So I'm curious to see how Clara's route goes. And then I'm curious to play Patho 2 and then eventually Patho 3 when that comes out. And of course, when Patho 4 comes out, of course, to kind of get a fuller image of the of just the play setting, you know? Um, Knowing that there are other games, and I don't know if they have the same framing on things as this game does, because this game has the framing of a children playing dolls during a funeral. But I also don't know how our respects route's going to end, if that reveal is going to happen, or if it's something else entirely. Um, Same with Clara. Clara's aware. We know that. And makes a man think. It certainly makes some. It makes me think. Um, so, but after that, we met with Ruben. He was like, "I'm sorry, man. I do care about you deeply," and we're like, "Cool." Then I leave and I get assaulted by the police and arrested. And then we wake up and it's 2 p.m. on date 5. And we feel like shit. I'm glad that we get a version of this as well, though it's a little less. It's a little less climactic because it's like we kind of already know that we were going to get arrested at some point because of Danil. So I'm curious of what that interpretation of like those days where Danil gets his ass beat in the abattoir and gets his ass beat in the abattoir and then has to get saved by Block turns out. We shall see, shallen't we? Did I forget to make a save? Gamers, I forgot to make a save. That's beautiful. That's God. Well, I guess we're gonna play through the prison scene again. All right, speed run, speed run. Whoa, you like sped run that? Fuck shit, fuck shit. Nope, nope, nope. Okay, did I not get infected this time? Sorry, guys, give me a second. No, shit. from me. No, 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 get away from me. Fuck. I think we can get away with this without getting infected, guys. Okay. Alright. Alright. Let's move, let's move, let's move. Okay. Shit, 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 shit. Fuck, 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 fuck. Okay. Get me out of here, get me out of here, get me out of here. Oh my god, did we not get infected that time? Nope. I see a tiny bit of red. That's so sad. Alright. But that definitely turned out better than I was expecting. That rocks. I do need to get these fixed. Have any bandages? At least I have my water still. They didn't take that much away from me. Oh boy. Alright. And luckily we were also able to get our reputation up. Let's head to our workshop. Oh boy. Let's head to our workshop and then we'll recoup. There. At least with Dankovsky, when we woke up with time missing, we at least were in a safe space. This one not so much. Do I have my money? Okay, I can donate some money maybe. Oh my god, Jesus Christ. What's this? 3 stems of black twire, 1 of brown, 38 to a mere 3%. Oh, cool. Okay. Oh my god, what a fucking shit show. Alright, well, now we have a revolver, so we could use this. Okay, I did put that stuff away. Oh, phew. I was like, I hope I put some stuff away at least. Okay. Let's make a save. Let's remember to save this time. Oh my god. Alright, that's so embarrassing. Alright. Oh, let's see if we have any letters. Alright, day 4. Of the bound, fallen ill. The following sanitary precautions are hereby announced. There are citizens, so-called bound, who seem to be extraordinarily involved in the town's happenings. They are regularly contacted by people of different lines of occupation and social standing, including your 2 colleagues. They also try to compensate for what they believe is to be your inaction with their own efforts. In consideration of that, the executor community has decided: 1. If a bound person falls ill, the door to their home should be guarded by an executor. 2. While the bound person remains conscious, the executor should collect mail deliveries from them and pass over them to provisions and medicaments delivered by the couriers. 3. In exceptional cases, it is allowed to visit the patient. To enable the communication with the bound person, the executor should resort to higher efficiency antibiotic medicine, ferromycinium. 4. Vaccines, serums, and other such solutions should be administered, if available, in the same manner as all of the above. Executor's community. The results of the analysis of the mystic blood of our progress. Regardless of whose blood it was that Ruben has stolen, the results it affords is spectacular. The new vaccine is so much more powerful than the ones we made yesterday. The protection of it offers is still temporary, but is much more efficient. Make sure to have an ample supply of blue vials if you're going to come in contact with the infection. Their tests have proven the efficacy of Ruben's methodology, that is, I believe, identical to your father's. I feel rather optimistic now, which means I am confident that your product will be a success as well. DD. Isidore Baruch's diaries, an extract about dead gruel, page 41. We call these primitive antibiotics dead gruel. They enrich the blood with the antibodies required to fight the disease. This is not even close to a panacea, though. It will take a number of exceptionally fortunate coincidences for the dead gruel to clear the infection completely. Reuben, myself. The dead tissue was mixed with solutions: amber, jade, basalt. Basalt, brown twire, black twire, swervery, immune system 80, harmful 15%. Jade, swervery, brown twire, immune system 100%, harmful 15. Oh, so we can make not a panacea, but a very strong antibiotic. The highest concentration of the bacteria to be found within the major circulatory organs. Liver, unpredictable. Blood offers purest specimens available. Reuben suggests the arch. Won't do. "19. The blood of the bud, enriched, starts to consume the infection. Then nothing? 27. The blood, 2. Enriched, too much, too slow. 2. X. The basalt blood, different. Blocks cellular transportation. The infection is not soaked. The findings. A medium with higher peculiar density is needed. More tests be done. Applying the solutions of the thick group to infected organs may allow us to produce the vaccine gruel. It will cure someone infected with the sand plague, however late the stage. The apprentices call it the panacea, praised by the one who managed to bring it to life. The results of the antibiotic... Oh, that's... okay. Alright, interesting. The Bachelor's Invitation, vivifying medium. Important. He's sending us letters every day. He sends us so many letters. Oh, that's so funny. And I do believe he probably did send a lot of letters. This feels correct to me. Eureka! It seems that nutrient medium may produce the antibodies we need is the real deal. There is one way we can attain a rather gruesome operation, which is, nevertheless, customary for someone of your background. Come see me and we will discuss everything in detail. I urge you not to linger. Put off any other business you have if need be. My situation is precarious, to say the least. There is not much time left. Well, I will go talk to him, and I hope he isn't offended by me being late because I was knocked on my ass and put in prison. Rat race. This is to announce that there is money to be made at anyone who comes in possession of a rat, especially that of significant dexterity. Come to the works. Warehouse 2. Confidentiality guaranteed. Well, never mind, Bachelor. Whatever you have, it's completely unimportant because I'm going to be doing an important thing called the rat races. Now, if you would all excuse me. We'll go talk to Bachelor first because we are starting really late in the day, which is a little scary. So let's go. We're going to head out to Grista just to know what districts are infected, and then we'll go to, because I could go to Bad Grief and then to Ruben's place, or I could head to Murky and then. It's hard because Murky's so out of the way, but I want to visit her. She is one of our bound. Now that I know, I want to visit her. Glad we at least got our reputation up enough, because it's like, we were put in prison, but we still saved people, you know? That feels very kind, right? That feels very kind. It's like, here's you in a shit situation. 6, 7. 6, 7. Da, 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 da. Hey, Notkin. What's up? I got my ass beat and put in prison.
No time for ching wagon.
Hey there. A jolly good day to go fleet catching. I've come for a map. The map will cost you 1,000 today. I'm sorry. Deal. Hey, I got the money. I don't care. Now I'm out of money, though. That's sad. Alright. Alright, well, the Tanner's district is immediately infected again. So, that is so funny. Immediately infected again. So I guess once it's clear, it can just go right back to it. Interesting. Okay, so Stoneyard hasn't been gotten yet. The park here, the theater. Oh, we missed the theater. As it goes, I mean that's not our fault, you know. I feel like that was the design. Okay. We have such little time, but I still want to talk to everybody, you know? Murky, Vlad, Bachelor, the Kinds, Bad Grief. Okay. Go up here. Ting ting. Ting ting. Ting ting ting. Wherever he wants us to go. Alright. And then next time we need to pass over. We need to go back here, which is oftentimes we can bounce here to Murky. I reloaded my gun because I think I accidentally clicked the reload button. Alright, so yeah, let's head to Bad Grief. Let's head to Bad Grief. See if we can talk to Ruben. Once Ruben is done, he gives himself away to the Kinds. And then he is not dead, he is still alive. But you might not think that because he had an executor outside his door because of timing. That is an interesting coincidence when you say that. I didn't... Right, yeah, because I am infected, unfortunately.
He who loans a minute owes a year in interest.
Today's the day, ain't it? Don't miss your chance. I'm sick. Well... I wonder at what point I'm gonna get sick in Clara's route. Because I think I got sick at around day 4. But due to like a stupid reason, and not due to me. Well, he's not here. I like looking at stuff. Okay. Well, he's not here, unfortunately. Yeah, no. Got some really interesting Ruben stuff. And I'm worried that we're not going to get much more of him again.
Father has been avoiding me lately. Strange.
And now we need to know what the situation is there, because I know at a certain point, older Vlad does realize that the Termitary is infected, but he doesn't start off with that because it was younger Vlad who realized that.
Losses. Losses. Losses everywhere. The business is brought to naught. We ruined.
Yeah. The absolute fucking nightmare that, Okamitsky is in. Oh, I need to get my clothing fixed. I don't have a lot of money, though. Well, plus we're sick, so it's not like it matters too much, unfortunately. God, I hate being in the infected districts. I did not miss this at all. Ugh. Genuinely awful. I am not excited to see what the infected districts look like in Patho 2. They're gonna be the worst thing in the world. See? The works have stopped precisely at the wrong time. What happened? The ground crumbled beneath the workers. They've climbed down the hole and saw an opening there. Seems like the bottom of this creep hole is made of the same hard material that any other previous digging efforts died against. So there have been digging attempts before, and they've died? I've never even heard of it. Of course there have been digging attempts, lots of them. This isn't the first time you've tried to dig a well here. But it's no use. Not a single drop of water. The idea was tossed around that there's a sinister sand or windstone down below. There are always ideas, so I've got a new theory now. So what's down there? It's a whole cave. Those good-for-nothings tried to convince me that they had seen a light there. Heard groans and muffled singing. Nonsense. Those worker types are unbearably superstitious, so now they won't go down. Not for love or money. Not a single person brave enough among them. Turns out I am once again doing something blasphemous. Why? The same reason you're discouraged from cutting dead bodies open. According to them, we're opening the body of the earth, illegally and shamelessly. This sudden discovery has reminded them that Mother Bodho is a living being just like anyone else. Do you fancy the cave to be part of her digestive system? I'll check that out. If you go down there and find out what it is, I'll make it up to you. How much do you think you can contribute to an expedition like this? 7,000. That's all I can donate these days, and 2 recipes. I've acquired them when the worms were killing their traders. Deal. That's pretty good. Ugh. Just immediately. Just immediately down into a hole. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna be real. I don't like this. No, that scares me. I don't know if that's a wall or a hole. That really scares me. Okay. I'm not going in there. Oh, it's all dark. Okay, I'm only going down the lighted paths. This game is too scary. This is the worst thing that they could have put in this game. Sorry, Bachelor. I got my ass beat. I got put in prison, and then I went down a hole. Okay, I don't really understand what's going on. I don't really know where I am. I don't know what's going on. Okay. Alright, this is a maze. Oh, what the absolute hell. Uh, what? What? I'm sorry. I'm sorry. What? What? I, what? I don't know what I expected, but it wasn't the rat prophet. What? Isn't it Barack? Barack it is. I wonder, what were you expecting to see? Wait, what kind of creature are you? Me? I'm a prophet. The prophet. Why are you here? Can you not hear your father? I can hear him all right, but I don't believe it. It's a trick. Really? Hiccup on my part, I guess. Try listening some more. What do you want? Why are you mocking the dead? Mocking? Who's mocking? Look me straight in the eye. I can't breathe. Listen to your father's moaning. Or do you not want to find out who took his life? Listen closely. Isn't that his voice? Is that... So sometimes when we're in younger Vlad's house, or sometimes out into the steppe, we could hear like a voice talking in Russian. It's very, very faint. I'm not sure even because I hear it in my headphones, but when I listen back to the recordings, I usually can't hear it. It's really, really quiet. I might turn it up for this most recent section in the maze um, because I want you guys to be able to hear it. Is that? But why would Dankovsky be hearing that? Because Dankovsky also heard that. Because I mean, it might be not just in Artemi's head. This is a whole new wrinkle I wasn't expecting. Guys, day 5 is what's going on? The well. Vlad the Younger has made an incision upon the skin of the earth. Apparently he didn't expect to find anything alive inside. Why else was he so taken aback by the screams that followed? He offers a rich reward to anyone capable of conducting a detailed investigation of the entrails he has exposed. Some strange entities are dwelling in the bowels of Bodho, but what kind of creature was it? A ghost? An apparition brought forth by my own restless mind? It is said that a large number of rats may also be able to instill the most bizarre thoughts into a human being. Maybe that was the case? I feel a whiff of fresh air from somewhere above. I can go back to Blood the Younger. What is this? Where am I? Right behind the theater. The pose with the cane is very like Margaret Martel. And he's right behind the theater. Now this is what it's all about. I am thinking. Um I'm I'm thinking. There are many thoughts going through my mind right now. This is something I'm gonna have to ponder. Can I talk to Mark? Sorry, Bachelor. I know that I meant to talk to you today, but right, it's now a hospital. Did you see that?
Even the wisest of men may be so indifferent in ordinary matters, but they are seldom so in their most serious affairs.
I don't trust you. Okay, well, not what I expected at all. So, what we're gonna do is, go to younger Vlad and tell him about the rot prophet. I know I'm infected, man. Leave me alone. Alright. At least I know already I'm infected. Let's go this way. Oh no, that won't help. I have to walk through here. And if I'm walking through here, I might as well. I am infected, so it's not the end of the world if I get sick. You know, I'm already sick. And I have ways to make antibiotics. So we can curb the infection that way. Because yeah, all we would have to do is kill and then we can get both regular organs and infected organs. Hey, what the fuck?
Where are the dead disappearing to?
I'd go in there myself if it weren't for my claustrophobia. You're claustrophobic? I've been there. Came out the other side, as you can see. Congratulations. So what? A rather old cave. You were right. Its bottom doesn't look like soil at all. Who would do something like that? I think I met a weird creature there. It could have been but it could have been a hallucination. Oh, it could have been an hallucination. Did it look like a man-like rat by any chance? Yes. Do you know what it was? Curious. Very curious. I think it's an illusion. A specter appearing for you. Very different people and some creatures will. You've fallen prey to hypnosis. What did it say to you? It spoke about my father. It was all very unclear. Now here's the reward for your courage, Master Barak. Thank you. Let us never mention it again. Now that is curious. Now the younger was satisfied as I broke the news to him, though he didn't want to continue the discussion. I got the impression he thought that our conversation would be overheard. There is a mystery here. I wonder what he knows of the creature and how he came by this knowledge.
Don't tell me that's not what you were expecting.
Okay, interesting. Okay. Interesting. Let's eat some drugs. Alright. Dude, I think I went through a spiritual experience. That was awful. I think that's what makes the game so good, because it's just gonna throw you whammies like that sometimes, and you just can't help but be in astonishment, you know? Okay, I was like, is that place sick? It's not. Thankfully. Oh yeah, let's talk. Literal nightmare.
Can you feel how rapid my heartbeat is?
In order to survive, people need to remain calm.
So you have luckily escaped custody. I wonder if that's for long. Who on earth was so eager to get to me? It feels like the style of the governor. Alexander respects me, so I'll do my best to protect you from any further persecution. but I can't guarantee anything. Thank you, that's helpful. I've been looking for you. I think I know why. We need a sample of infected tissue with high concentration of the bacteria. A heart would work best, a living one, in fact. No more than half an hour can pass after you extract it, and the donor can have an early, non critical stage of the disease. Who is we? Dr. Rubin and I. You are well aware that we're working on a vaccine that'll provide the sand plague immunity. I need the microbial culture for that. Why can't you just take any infected blood? The bacteria die or become unreasonably weakened as soon as they're extracted from their nutrient medium. We need to find a capture the disease in an active stage. Dr. Rubin's experiments with the subject have shown that the heart is the medium where the bacteria reproduce most actively. What does that mean? Oh, okay, so he's pretending in correspondence and when talking that he doesn't know what Rubin's thing is. He is, he just has, because there are people listening, in particular the kinds. Let's see. I need the disease itself. You need the useful antibodies produced by a living being. I think both can be found within the same medium. The blood of a person infected, but has not yet been devoured by the plague. The antibodies suppressing the bacteria's development are precisely the reason for that person not to have been devoured yet. Do you think, Onion, that people can fight the sand plague? Rumor has it that native steppe people are actually unlikely due to die from the disease. I'm not sure there have been any lethal cases at all. Dancers, butchers, those bow people of yours, what's the word? It doesn't mean the infection passes them by, but for some reason the disease doesn't seem to reproduce within their bodies. Perhaps it has something to do with their blood. I see your point. Butchers, dancers, and odong. I wonder why. There must be some kind of pattern here. It's a shame those people are all locked up inside the termitary right now. I wonder if that locked up horde could still be alive and kicking. I'd love to find out, and so I will, but that's my job, not yours. You won't find any butchers in the town. Everyone who has escaped the termitary has fled. Not every single one, as far as I know. The woman is being harbored by a certain sharp-tongued lady. Her name is Aspity. You can also find dancers in the pub, but the pub is Andre Stomatin's domain. Hell, if he allow any you to open up any of them in front of him. The dancers may go out for a walk from time to time, though, right? Okay, I'll find someone. Aspity keeps track of every fugitive. May some of them have a death wish? Better ask her. The Den for the Workmen used to be called Golgoy Ken, but now has a Latin name. You can always find a shaman dancing girls in here. The framing is so interesting. Because we know that, this is when Anna Angel's like, I got a proposition for you, Dankovsky. And then we learn of her, and she goes out here. I mean, he doesn't mention it to anybody, right? So how is Artemi meant to know about it? But by him mentioning it, it feels malicious. But I don't know if it necessarily means to feel that way. I mean, that district is infected. So, don't remember if it's infected in Bachelor Route, though. I mean, that has to be the prompt for the arsonists. But I am curious of what happens on Aspidy's end, because that's interesting. You interest me, Daniel Kanakovsky.
You look unhealthy.
I was wrong to underestimate the step medical knowledge. There's nothing medical in their knowledge. What about herbal mixtures? Everything in the world is akin. They just know that, and know how to use that. Oh, interesting. Quivering heart. The Bachelor has concluded that the only way to isolate the sand pest is to obtain a still beating human heart. There is something in the blood of the steppe people that does not allow for the infection to spread. Could it be that a panacea could be made from it? Would Aspity offer one of her butchers for this purpose? Would Andre agree to sacrifice one of his dancers? The framing is interesting. The framing is... Let's go talk to Aspity, because we get a choice here. This game's really interesting. It's hard to know what people are thinking. Let's go down this way so we can talk to Murky.
What have you got there? Two more hands?
Seriously? Why is no one being buried? No carts squeaking, no shovels rustling in the cemetery?
The kin is ready to follow your lines, O eldest of Barracks. Is that so, sister? I never waste breath saying things I don't mean. My lines have brought me to a bloody path. Oh, you were looking for your sacrifice, aren't you? I know. How can I help you? I need a butcher. That's a weird thing for you to say. Do you really think your father had such a worthless creature in mind? You're looking in the wrong place. A butcher is but a man. Why concern yourself with men? I need him for other purposes. Will you tell me? I know I'm making a panacea. I need a tissue of one of the Bodho's children. What a ridiculous idea. It's not my place to judge what the elder families do, but you are a different case. You didn't grow up here, you only came back recently. I fear you've fallen under the bachelor's influence. The prickly prick will bury us all. There's no way in hell I'm going to help him or his missions. I do not judge my actions, woman. I follow the lines of my father's will. You might as well open one of the worms or a bride dancer that would be of more use. Have you tried getting into the termitary? I have. It's impossible, and I'm very short on time. I see. It is indeed not my place to judge. Do you want me to show you where the butchers are hiding? Yes. There are no more runaways in this town. The last times were let out secretly this morning. They are planning to reform a rite and sacrifice of their They are preparing to form a rite and sacrifice of their own, though. And so they went to the gatherers, those moronic animals. Did they really best believe they can guess the lines required for such a feat? Unthinkable. Thank you, Aspity. Okay. While we're here, let us pop up to Sticky The Severovs. Like, I do think the choice is the butchers and not one of the dancers. Right. But I do want to talk to everybody still, though, so. It's 1800. So.
Have you seen a pale, glimmering man at night?
No, I haven't, thankfully. Dankowski does, though. I think it ages him. I wonder how they're gonna do the albino. Or if they're gonna. I hope they include it in Patho 3. Because that is such a strong scene. I am so excited because I can't wait to play Patho 2 and kind of see what stuff they changed between Haruspecht's route and the remake. That'll kind of give me more of a hint of what'll happen in Patho 2. People really like Patho 2, so I have a feeling that it works within what it's doing very well. So, or I can hope.
and makes your head wooden. Good.
Man. He is non-functioning. Is how much he drinks. It's actually very scary. Like, no wonder he tries to kill himself in Bachelor Route. I don't think he dislikes himself, but think about what the polyhedron and that represents. Humanity, the ascension of humanity. Right? Like, what happens to people who, what happens to people when they want to create something profound, and what do they lose in themselves in the process? Yeah, no, like playing through the Bachelor route and experiencing that firsthand is just really because he is just like kind of amazed at anything that the Stomachsons say to him. Like, I think he is infatuated with them. And that colors a perception so deeply. Artemi doesn't care about these two men. He has no pre-existing relationship, no reason to find to respect them, really, you know?
What?
It's interesting talking to characters that we talk to a lot in the other routes, just not having much. It's interesting.
My eyes look just like buttons, don't they?
So you know we're dolls. she the one who tells Clara that? Or Clara tells her? I am so excited to do Clara's route. Just kind of the changes that have been so far and the kind of way it is kind of making me think is making me go a little bit agog. How much money do I have? Oh, I have a lot of money. Here is some coffee beans. Yay. Would you like me to do anything special for you, young Barak? As a daughter of the Bodho, I have to obey you. The locals call me Willow. Obey me? Why? I am a dancer, you see. It is a very special trade, an ancient trade. The rite is obligatory for us, even more so than the butchers. What does your trade have to do with religion? Are you joking, Barak? A dancer knows the lines. Only a dancer can bend and extend them. It is a sacred art. These days we're not dancing because of the mourning, but when happier days come, you will see how far we can extend the lines of the body. I hope happier days come very soon.
How's my brother? Any news on him?
I know from the walkthrough that we can choose Willow here. And that we can kill her behind Isidor's house. But I am less interested in that. Especially considering that we have another option that is looked upon better. It is interesting. Because with the bachelor route, we kinda... it happens. There's nothing brought up about the steppe people at all. It's just a coincidence. And this one, Bachelor was like, hey, you could use the steppe people, rather than just something infected. Much to think on. I don't know. Yes, I would like you to tell me how many of you dancers have died of the plague since it began. Only one. One that was ripped apart and burnt at the bone stake 4 days ago. Why do you ask? What's that look you're giving me? Why did the crowd kill that girl? She emerged from an infected house, the one that was later visited by torchmen, you know the one. They say your father, old Isidore, used to work there, so they asked her what business she had there, and then she said she brought your father a word and a deed. Everyone expected her to die really quickly, but she didn't. Shouldn't they have been happy? Then the townsfolk decided she was to blame for everything, called her a carrier. Then the rumor spread of a Shabnak Adir coming from below the ground, and so they broke her lines and burnt her at the bone stake. But it was the wrong thing to do. Even if she was sick, she couldn't infect anyone else. How come? Do you know what brides are? The brides who are engaged to the earth. The brides who summon Twire. Yes, I do. We do, actually. They are no mistresses, of course. Compared to a mistress, even a young one, they're simply candles next to a bonfire. They do have powers, however, and impressive powers at that. Brides say that our juices flow in such a manner that we can do no harm. Our bodies are clean. What do you mean by that? There's not too much sand dirt in our bodies. It leaves them quickly, and we can't infect anyone at all, that much is certain. If the dirt is abundant, however, then it devours us just like any other person, and there's nothing that can be done about that. I don't want to. We have another option. Seems that you are great with life's metabolism. Who could have thought? I see. Would you like to come with me? I'd like to, but I can't. I have to stay here until the evening, and I do have plans for that time. A handsome guest in a snakeskin coat has arranged to meet me in the black blind backyard. So that event has still happened. This is a very interesting turn of events, isn't it? Is that so? I think I know who the happy man is. Don't worry about him. We really are harmless. As a Barak, you ought to feel it. I do feel it. Relax. One of the Odung is in luck. He owns a herb bride, one of the Earth's betrothed. Something is brewing there. This is the blind backyard, where the Guelo is going to meet that stranger from the capital. He's fast on his feet. That bachelor. The dancer Willow is meeting the bachelor in the blind backyard tonight. It will be dark, and she will be there all alone. Huh. That is so interesting. The framing is so interesting. Because with Artemi, it especially since we have another option, it feels so malicious. In Bachelor, it's a crime of circumstance.
She has an easy stride. Where is she going this time?
You're so unkempt. You're so unkempt. What's that on your sleeve? Is that blood? Possibly.
My hair is
Do you know Willow is the
coming out.
pub dancer? Ooh, I do. What about her? Is she dying? I sure hope so. Wow, what did she do to make you so angry? It's not about anger, and it's a long story anyway. She's truly a special girl. A bad girl, too, you know what I mean? It's a shame they didn't catch her 4 days ago. I'd spare no expense just to make sure the lewd wench is dead. Was she the person who had blocked the praying into them? It's entirely possible. She's not from around here, you know. Tell me about her. She was brought here by a kidnapper 11 years ago, when she was but a little child. She's been indulging in every sin possible ever since, passionately, voluptuously even, more than anyone can bear, so it's time for her to go. Do I look like an idiot to you? Do you, darling? Not at all, or would you like me to get me know why I hate her so much? Here you go, then. She has ruined someone very dear to me. Does my story make more sense now? If you were looking for the most vicious creature in town, it's her. My conclusion being? The conclusion being that there's no need to let her live. Perhaps the plague is our punishment for her sins, so do keep my words in mind, will you? And do keep in mind that I'm a wealthy person now. I will. Right? Like, that means she's not a child of the Bodho. Right? Because it's specifically... An herb bride is specifically of a status here. So... That is so interesting. Like, I think she does die of the infection regardless. I don't know. It's just so... I don't know how that works exactly. Is that something inherited or what? And, like... We also know that it wasn't this child. Because she's like 17, I think. Remembering from Bachelor Route. Like, I feel that that is a terrible thing, and I'm not doing that. If I have the choice to not do that, I will not do it. Right? And like, I think this game does require you to think about events from different routes that you have done in it. Right? Judging from the rough start Haruspex puts you in, it might make more sense to start as bachelor. So there is a, I mean, you can start with Haruspex anyway, but I think you could have it either way.
My arms are flaccid, as if made of cotton wool.
Interesting. But yeah, no, it's just, I got some interesting information there, but I am not. You know, like, I do think she dies of infection. It's interesting to me that in this version of events, Jankowski is cognizant of the fact that that the Steppe have a different relationship, the kin have a different relationship. But we also know that worms do get sick and die from bachelor route. Again, I'm not sure how much of his perception or a certain telling of a story, because I don't think that's going to change anything.
What do you need to take to avoid infection?
Okay. Yeah, I'm glad I talked to them at least, because that was really interesting. I am not killing Willow. Oh. Oh, we got some more letters. About the Younger's invitation. I have a capriciously profitable offer to make you. It has to do with that well of mine. Please treat it as a matter of urgency and importance. V. Olgomitsky the Younger. I hope a destitute entertainer like myself would not be choosing the crossing the boundaries of what is acceptable, where she invites a gallant doctor for a cordial conversation. I've recently become aware of your projects, and I find them most intriguing. Looking forward to meeting you, Anna Angel. She sends a letter to both of us. God, she's so funny. What's her problem?
Yes?
Brown rat. A live rat with brown fur. Looks quite agile. Well, we have a rat. So now we can take place in the rat races. What an absolute crazy, what the fuck is going on? What an absolute crazy diversion that was. this, I was like, playing through day 4, I was like, all right, okay, I get what's putting down here. It's a pretty standard day, though. It would mostly be me trying to figure out what to do about the, looters, you know, to kick those guys. And then we get our ass, like, deal with that. Like, I imagine that probably would have taken longer if I played it properly. But I didn't, and I don't really care that much. Can I go under the bridge? Ah, damn. Well, wasted time for no reason. Alright. I got a rat in my pocket. I have a rat in my pocket and I'm feeding it little snacks. Feeding it some little biscuits. You are your father's son. You knew how the lines. You who know how to liberate flesh. Open up this woman for us. What for? Her juices nourish the steppe. She is full of Mother Bodho's warmth. We want to quench the earth's thirst for blood with hers to stop the death. Whose death? Sons and daughters of the vein of Bodho are dying in the termitary. The Mother Superior is still young. Her warmth is not enough to keep the plague at bay. The Bedmistress's daughter haven't come into their powers yet either. We need a sacrifice. Opening up an herb bride will help. Why should I smear my hands with innocent blood? You will be rewarded. You will do a good deed. You will be loved and respected. Our children will grant you meat and even bread. So I'll have a better reputation if I kill the girl. Yes, you will have the best reputation possible. Bring Mother Bodho's warmth back to her, and the vein will reward you. Will you accept me as others' heirs after the sacrifice? If the sacrifice helps. Is that so? We respect your knowledge, Oinen. We know the simple lines of bull flesh, but the secret lines of human flesh are concealed to us. Okay. I will open up this girl for you. Are you the only son of Aryan Barak, elder of your kin and heir to the leadership of the kin? Yes, I am Barak. Have you come over to open my flesh along the raggy lines? What do you mean? They want to feed the steppe with my blood to stop the plague, but I am not strong enough for the earth to accept the sacrifice as sufficient. Please, make them go away. You have the boon of fertility, don't you? The steppe loves me and grants me herbs. I can call white whip with my songs, and brown twire is lured by the warmth of my breath. Black twire is abundant if I give my juices to the earth in winter. Will twire become rarer if you die? Of course it will, now and forever. I wanted to give birth to a daughter in 9 years, so that she can take my warmth and become a bride instead. I am only one who will call herbs out of Suok's gut until then. Don't kill me, please. I will be more use to you than alive. I'm not too sure about that. Let them take your blood and I will take something else. You are about to come back to the earth. Prepare yourself. You are not fighting back. Damn. That really did bring my reputation up. Oh, well. gonna put these away. We got some recipe. Well, not really what I expected, to be honest with you. Alright. Where's the rat race? Come to the works, warehouse 2. The long facility. Well, that's a perfect place for rat races. Alright, interesting. Okay, so it does look like that that this part, was she really sick? I don't know if she was even sick in the first place. And the guide says to kill the butchers, so we are gonna kill them both. Plus, that gives me that reputation boost without having to actually work for it. So that didn't bring down my reputation at all. So, that way we confidently have someone who is infected and is one with the step. Alright, cool. Because, yeah, I don't necessarily feel great about that, but I also don't really know what the best course of action there was. Well, I probably shouldn't have done that, but, this all feels bad to me anyway, so...
Sorry, but I have to get back to work.
I was wrong to underestimate the Stepp's medical knowledge.
In order to survive, people need to remain calm.
I found a dancer. Her name is Willow. Do you know of her? Isn't that the Usurer's daughter? Perhaps. She'll be waiting for someone in the evening in the blind backyard. What, does the whole town know this? Is she telling everyone about her plans? She's not a quiet type, that's for sure. Don't touch Willow, Rubrock. You will ruin my plans. Take anyone else. Alright then. Interesting.
What?
And his plans being, that whole hot shit mess with Anna Angel and the Usur. Here, I brought you a daughter of Boho, a herb bride. It's the same thing as a dancer. Good. Are you sure she was sick? No, I'm not. Well, peace be with her. The Steppe will take her, don't worry.
Sorry, but I have to get back to work.
Okay. Bye.
What is there to
With
talk
the
about now?
cutscene in front of it. What did you see? This is exactly what we're looking for. It's still alive. The bacteria are in there. What are the antibodies essential for making a serum? I don't know for sure yet. I'll send you a report in a few hours. Don't go about cutting people's hearts yet for your panacea until then. It's a controversial solution, you know? What? Do you even hear yourself? Sorry, I meant no offense. A momentary lapse of, well, you know, none taken. It just so you know, I'm boy thankful to you, Blue Rock. He's bloody. He's using the British swears. I don't know what it means to you, but for me, this heart is a treasure. Wait for news from me. It will most likely be good. Well, 50-50. Okay, I'll be waiting. Weird. What? I don't really know what's going on there. The energy was really odd. The quivering heart is in my hands. The sand pest is inside, along with a few spontaneous particles that have appeared as a result of humanity's hopeless struggle with the sickness. Being called the Ripper is a fair price for the chance to hold on to something like this. Okay. So we've done that. I think that's all the quests. But of course, we have one more very important thing to do, and it's called the rat races. It's such whiplash. It's such whiplash. But we're gonna do it. I already have one of your buddies. Yeah, because by the fact that there's a reputation boost, well, I think I want the hearts more. They're worth more to me. Okay, bye. I'll need to buy some food soon. My health is bad as the thing. Right, I wanted to go through here so that I can kind of avoid the main brunt of the infected district. This park got infected a lot, in the, during my bachelor route. Well, at least warehouse number 2 is close to our house, so we can sleep there and get our health up. Oh, it just says warehouse number 2. Okay. Maybe at the warehouse number 2, the letter says, come to the works, warehouse 2. So this is the works. Maybe it's one of these. this rat in my pocket, you know? I would like to use the rat for something. I don't understand. One, two. So fucking stupid. Can I race my rat? Okay, look. Here's a new amusement, rat races. There's always 3 rats. Let's call them Smarty Pants, Easy Game, and Beggar. Smarty Pants is all on a long one track. Beggar is simultaneously, get it? Running across another, and on the 3rd track. Got it, go on. Obviously, the rats are different each time. It's about the tracks. Say a rat took the Smarty Chance track. It had to pass all 12 checkpoints. If it comes first, it wins. If you were smart enough to bet on it, you win. That's it. How do I place my bet? You don't. You only bring me the rat. Your rat's track is the closest one. If it wins, we buy it from you. We'll give as much as 500 coins for a strong rat. Closest track is the easy game one, I assume. But of course, aren't you a fast learner? Anyone can see that. Alright. I've got some. Is that rat okay? Watch your rat. Is that my rat? What are you doing? This is very confusing. That's a nice raft. So swift. Here's the money. We've got a fair business here. I'll take care of it. Wow. Okay. Well, I raced my rat. That was very odd. That was very strange. I mean, I guess that's a way to get money. But genuinely very odd. Alright, let's go to bed. Alright, oh, I got 22. Well, I'm gonna drink some morphine and go to sleep, so if you guys don't mind. Sleep for 5 hours. Oh, fully healthed. Hungry though.
The day is over. Your timely efforts allowed your supporters to remain unharmed. A new mime performance is being rehearsed at the theater.
Gonna have to buy some food. Alright, so... Alright, so we'll end that there. Day 4 kind of rolls into day 5 very neatly. And a lot happened, actually. A lot happened there, including the rat races, which was just kind of odd. Just kind of weird. And we got 500 coins, which, fantastic. I'm not going to complain about money. This is where there's some very major interpretations differentiations between the Bachelorette and the Harspects route. So it's very odd. I'm not quite sure what to do with that, to be honest with you. That's something I'm gonna have to think about. But next time we'll move on to day 6. And then Agalia's coming, and then there's a seat change. Alright, so hope you guys have a great one. I'll see you guys next time. Bye!